umanyeleba. Cha umanyeleba. Cha umanyeleba. Neneme. Naname. Sereki Zogo. Osofo.
Excellency, President, the next 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 President, His Excellency, Dramani, Madam.
A great job. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dodowa Forest Talking Drummers. Thank you very much. Nime Name, our chiefs from the Zongo, our imams, and all the people of Shai Osudoku. Today my voice is not very good, so I am conserving it. I'm not going to speak for too long. I will just touch on a few points and then we can continue. I want to thank Ni for the kind welcome he gave us and the short speech he gave and the appreciation he has expressed for the beautiful hospital that we built here in Dodowa as the Shai Osudoku Hospital. Recently, myself and Madam Lodina visited the hospital to celebrate our anniversary of our marriage, and I was very happy to find the hospital in very good condition. It has been very well maintained. I want to commend the people of Shai Osudoku and to commend the hospital management for doing a very good job in maintaining that beautiful facility. There are many other places where we built nice hospitals like that. If you go, the maintenance is not good. Machines have stopped working and things are breaking down. But that's not the case with the Shai Osudoku Hospital. Because of that, people come all the way from Eastern region to Dodowa to come and give birth. Because they know that Shai Osudoku Hospital has a low maternal mortality and low infant mortality rate. And so let me commend them. They won awards for being the hospital with the lowest maternal mortality rate in the whole of West Africa. So, there are few things affecting this constituency. One is the size of the constituency. We got to Osudoku shortly after 12 o'clock, and we took off from there to come to Dodowa. And look at the time we've arrived, after 3 o'clock. One, because the road is bad, and two, because the constituency is huge. Luckily, there's an opportunity to redemarcate constituencies and districts next year when the NDC comes into office. And so, we will consider splitting Shai Osudoku into two separate constituencies. But the most important thing that Shai Osudoku needs, and I've come to see it myself, is your roads. The roads are in very poor condition. If you take the road from Dorimu to Ayikuma, it's in a terrible state. Dodowa to Akuse is in a terrible state. The road that goes to Afienya is in a terrible state. And yet these are all very important roads. And so when we come, we'll prioritize the roads here so that we can have a good road network to serve the people of this area. Ezu is by overborrowing. Of the whole Eurobond debt that we owe, MPP alone borrowed $11.5 billion, not cedis. And we realized that the reason why they were able to do that is because there's no transparency in our debt management. There's no transparency in our debt management. The only time we hear how much we owe as Ghanaians is when the Minister of Finance is reading the budget and he tells us what our debt to GDP is. NDC is going to come and change that. We're going to make the debt management department of the finance ministry a separate autonomous department. It will be a debt management authority, and it will have a head who would be autonomous, and he will publish every quarter what our debt to GDP numbers are. Aside from that, we're going to change part of the Public Financial Management Act, and we'll read that we should not borrow more than 60% of GDP rates of GDP. Then we will put it in the Public Financial Management Act so that no finance minister can come in future and just go and borrow money as badly as he wants and leave a debt for the young people who are sitting here. Because those people who accumulated the debt are not the ones going to pay it. Most of them are 60, 70 years and above. Meanwhile, the debt that they have put on you is going to take almost 50 years to pay. So who is going to come and pay that debt? It is you, the young people who are here today, who are going to pay that debt. And so when we come, we're going to amend the Public Financial Management Law so that we'll put a cap on how much a finance minister can borrow. He will not be able to borrow if Parliament agrees more than 60% of debt to GDP. And we will publish the figures every quarter so that Ghanaians know how much debt any government or any finance minister is accumulating. My brothers and sisters, in these 8 years, we know that life has become very difficult in Ghana. And that is because of the mismanagement of the NPP administration. They are all trying to distance themselves from what has happened now. But all of them were part of the decisions that have landed us here. And all of them are collectively responsible. It's not Akufo-Addo alone. All of them who served in Akufo-Addo's cabinet are responsible for the poor economic condition in which we find ourselves. And so we cannot reward them after such a bad performance. And that is why all of us in Ghana must vote so that the elephant that came to town and has destroyed everything will go back to the bush. Yesterday I said that hypocrisy is one of the things drawing our nation back. And I hear my colleague or my opponent is describing it as insults. When you have done such harm to this country and you go and a chief is thanking you and praising you, is it not hypocrisy? When you've done such harm to this country and you go and a priest is praying for you and commending you for what you've done, is it not hypocrisy? When you have done such harm to this country and destroyed our economy and landed us into debt, and you go and a fetish priest is pouring a schnapps on gods and praising you and saying his gods will follow you to victory, is it not hypocrisy? If I say that, have I insulted you? I haven't insulted anybody. I'm just saying the truth. And I said that there are many people who for 8 years have gone quiet, even when things were going wrong. And I said that just wait till after 7th January 2025, when NDC wins. Suddenly those people who have been quiet for 8 years will suddenly find their voice and start criticizing. If I say that, have I insulted anybody? But I know that the people of Ghana are wide awake now. In 2016, they came with sweet promises, and we believed them. In 2020, they continued with sweet promises. They brought free water, free light. They shared Momo, money through Momo to everybody. And today, now look at where we find ourselves. You've deceived us twice you won't get a chance to deceive us a third time. This time, I know on 7th December we're going to vote. All of us are going to be polling agents. After we cast our vote, at 5 o'clock, we'll all come back to the polling station. And when we come back to the polling station, we'll come and witness the count. And I'm happy with the Electoral Commission for what they just announced, that they're going to declare the results at every polling station. And that will make the election more transparent, which I think is tomorrow. Every region, we're going to march peacefully to the Electoral Commission. That is tomorrow. It is a peaceful demonstration, and everybody is invited. All political parties are invited. You can wear your party t-shirt. If you are PNC, if you are CPP, if you are NDC, wear your party t-shirt and let's march peacefully to the Electoral Commission and tell them that they must wake up and do their job well so that Ghana will continue to live in peace. We NDC are for peace. We are not violent people. And so we don't intend to have any violence in this country. And it's because of that that we are advocating that this election be peaceful and that everything should be done to make it peaceful. I know there are a lot of local issues that I should address. And one is the Dodowa market. Our women want us to do a modern market for them. So I can assure our women of Dodowa that even though the economy is in a very bad state, we will prioritize your market and build a beautiful modern market for Dodowa. We also want to help our mango farmers, and so we're trying to attract foreign investments to set up a mango processing facility here in Dodowa so that we can buy the mangoes and process them. So that we can produce good mango juice for the Ghanaian market and maybe for export. And so there's a lot that we want to do. We want to set up a women's development bank so that women can save their money there, and when they want loans, they go to the bank and the bank will give them loans at very low interest rate, and they'll pay little by little until they finish paying. We also are going to help the young people who want to acquire skills to be able to do apprenticeship free of charge so that they learn how to use their hands. You can learn how to do tiling, you can learn how to do POP. There's a big demand for all that because we're even attracting labor from Togo. There are Togolese tilers and POP people who are coming here and working. We can train our own boys here to be able to do it themselves. You can train as a plumber, you can train as a welder, so that you can get work to do and be able to look after yourself. Aside from that, those who want to run their own businesses, if you want to establish a bakery, we'll help you with the machines, we'll give you money to buy the flour, and then you can set up a bakery and sell bread and other pastries. If you want to be a poultry farmer, we will help you with the hen cages, we'll give you the day-old chicks, we'll give you the chicken feed so that you can feed the chickens, you can sell your eggs. When the chickens are mature, you can sell them, and all that will put money in your pocket. So there's a lot of good news. I know NDC is coming back. Don't lose hope, don't despair, because NDC has the men and the women who can turn our situation around. And I'm confident that the election we're going to hold on 7th December, by the grace of God, inshallah, NDC is going to win this year's election. If you are against Okada, you are like an ostrich that has buried his head in the sand. It has provided employment for a lot of our young people, and that is how they're able to sustain themselves. So we're going to amend the law to make Okada legal in Ghana so that the boys can do their work without harassment from the police. There are some taxes we're going to take off. The betting tax is going to go. The e-levy is going to go. The COVID levy is going to go. The emissions tax is going to go. And finally, I just want to inform you that I have not sent any independent candidate to come and stand here. If anybody comes who says he's an independent and I sent him, tell the person that it's not true. Male Nchukomoko Akeiba Domo as parliamentary candidate Yeshai Osudoku. Ewo Kemoko Bake Ake Minchule Akeiba Domo. Kemomo Ake Male. And your candidate Komepe Yeshai Osudoku. Leji Linda Oklu Nidomoma Sebie. Ezu Ewo Kenya for Shiki and Yahami JM Saninya for Nyaha and Yamilinda Niobie. No skirt and blouse. Benyan Ake Dr. Kwesa White Kele Domobie. Primary say Wagbina Agbene Wafe Wafe Kume Ni Waya win parliamentary seat. Shai Osudoku NDC Noni Ke Woba Mpuntu Development Fair Ni Sani Wafe Obaba Fe Wasa Nye road se Fe Koni Nofiano Ayano Joba Eza. And so I'm going to formally introduce her as our parliamentary candidate for the Shai Osudoku constituency. And so on 7th December, when you cast your vote for JM, you must cast your vote for Linda Oklu. Yeradon Agboagbo. And so with this introduction, your campaign is officially launched. You can start the door-to-door, market-to-market, go to the hospitals, to the schools, wherever, and carry the